All right, let's dive right in. Welcome to the Explainer. Today we're tackling something that trips up so many people, yet it's absolutely the bedrock of the English language. We're diving into a foundational grammar lesson sourced directly from Mrs. Maria Habib at Nova English Academy to help us finally master English articles, a, an, and the.
It sounds simple enough, right? But honestly, think about it. When exactly should you use a, an, or the? It's an incredibly common question. Whether you're fine-tuning your writing, learning English for the very first time, or you just love understanding the nuts and bolts of language, nailing these three tiny words literally changes everything. So that is our mission for today.
Here is our quick roadmap for today's Explainer. 1. Meet the articles. 2. A versus an. 3. The tricky sounds. 4. Getting specific with the. And 5. Practice time. Okay, section 1. Meet the articles, the small but mighty words. So, what actually is an article? Well, they're simply small words that come right before a noun. In English, we're basically dealing with the big three, a, an, and the. Their entire job is to sit right there in front of a noun and give us some vital clues about what kind of thing we're actually dealing with. Let's see how this builds. Moving right along to section 2. A versus an, the indefinite duo. We actually call these two the indefinite duo because, well, they refer to general things, not one specific item. And the baseline rule for choosing between them? It's all about the sound that comes right after the article. You're going to use a before a singular noun that begins with a consonant sound. And you'll use an before a singular noun that begins with a vowel sound. You know, A, E, I, O, U. Let's go ahead and put a to the test. We have a cat, a book, a teacher, a pencil. You can literally hear how hard those starting consonant sounds are, right? K for cat, b for book. Because of that hard consonant sound, we use a. If you drop it into a sentence like, I have a dog, it just flows perfectly.
Now let's switch gears and look at the examples for an apple, an elephant, an umbrella, an egg. I really want you to notice those smooth vowel sounds right at the beginning of those nouns. Ah for apple, for elephant. Imagine trying to say apple. It's totally clunky in the mouth, right? You have to force a pause. And apple just bridges that sound beautifully. As Mrs. Habib points out in the source material, we use it seamlessly in sentences like, she is eating an orange.
All right, section 3, the tricky sounds, sound overspelling.
Now, English wouldn't be English without a little phonetic trap, would it? Which brings us to the absolutely crucial takeaway from Mrs. Habib. Remember, we listen to the sound, not just the first letter. I'm actually going to repeat that because it is the golden rule of today's Explainer. We listen to the sound. Your ears matter far more than your eyes when you're choosing between a and an.
Let's zoom in on a classic exception to show you exactly what I mean. An hour. Now, if you look at the word hour, it starts with an H, which is obviously a consonant letter. But listen to how we actually say it. Hour. The H is completely silent. Since the very first sound out of our mouth is that ow vowel sound, we have to use an. It's always an hour, never a hour. In this example brilliantly illustrates the exact flip side of that rule. A university. You look at the word and boom, it starts with a U, a vowel letter. But say it out loud. University. It starts with a U sound, which actually functions perfectly as a consonant sound. And because it starts with a consonant sound, it gets the article a university. Pretty brilliant how that works, right?
Okay, on to section 4. Getting specific with the definite article.
So while a and an are great for just any general item, the is a whole different ballgame. We use the when we are talking about a specific person, place, or thing. Honestly, using the is kind of like turning on a laser pointer. It instantly narrows our focus down to one particular specific object that both the speaker and the listener already know about. Check out these fantastic examples from the source material. The sun, the moon. Why the? Well, because there is only one sun and one moon in our sky. They are highly specific, totally one-of-a-kind nouns. Or look at the teacher in our classroom and the book on the table. We aren't talking about just any teacher or any random book out there in the world. We are pointing directly to a specific one.
Let's read this example sentence together. The cat is sleeping on the sofa. See, this isn't just some random stray cat on a random piece of furniture.
The speaker is pointing out a very specific cat, probably their own pet, sleeping on a very specific sofa inside their house. That one word, the, completely changes the entire context.
And that brings us to Section 5, Practice Time. Test your knowledge.
Let's see how well you can apply Mrs. Habib's lesson in a quick, fast-paced quiz. I'm going to read these out, and I want you to mentally fill in the blank before I reveal the answer. Ready? Number 1, blank apple. Number 2, blank car. Number 3, blank sun. Take a second, think about the sounds and the specificity.
All right, let's see how you did. Number 1 is an apple, all thanks to that smooth vowel sound. Number 2 is a car, because of the hard C consonant sound. And number 3 is the sun, because, yep, it is a highly specific, one-of-a-kind noun. Excellent!
Let's keep this rapid-fire quizzing going with the final 2 examples from the source material. Number 4, blank elephant. And number 5, blank boy. Lock in those final answers.
And the final answers are an elephant, starting with that E vowel sound, and a boy, starting with a hard B consonant. Seriously, if you got all of those right, give yourself a huge pat on the back. Great job.
Let's just wrap this whole thing up with a clean, concrete summary, your mental cheat sheet to take away from this explainer. Here's your quick review. You use A before consonant sounds, you use an before vowel sounds, and remember, it's about the sound, not the spelling, and finally, you use the for specific nouns when you really want to point to something in particular.
I want to leave you with a quick challenge. Just look around you right now. What items in your room require a, an, or the? Is there a lamp? An open window? The exact device you're watching this on? Start applying these rules immediately in your own environment. A massive thank you to Mrs. Maria Habib at Nova English Academy for this fantastic, clear lesson. Keep questioning, keep observing, and keep learning.